So for those of you who know, I have currently been isolating for the last couple of days. I put it up on the community hub, letting you all know that me and Vitautis, we went to UK Strongest Man, and we came back. I went on holidays for a week, and when I came back, I tested positive for you know what. So I've been here for the last week, thinking, what do I do? Bored, senseless. As you know, we've been posting videos a lot, and we haven't posted one now in nearly 2 weeks because of this. So I decided, why not make a video? What else could I do? Today I will be eating Brian Shaw 10,000 calorie World's Strongest Man diet that he used for preparing for this year's World's Strongest Man. Yeah, so I seen Brian put this up on his YouTube channel about 8 months ago now at this stage, doing a shopping list, and then he did a full day of eating. So I was at nothing. I like to eat, and I said I'd rather do this than go crazy sitting here in the house not talking to anyone. Yeah, so no more wasting time. Let's just go make the first meal of the day. Also, a little disclaimer, I just prepared this food for 1 day, and it was so expensive just for 1 day. I can't imagine what his bank account must be like. First meal of the day. There's going to be a few changes from what Brian actually had to what I can actually get, mainly being the bison. I'm going to use beef instead of bison, mainly due to the fact that it's very hard to get bison here in Ireland. However, the beef has more calories than bison. I was looking up the macros, fairly similar. Per 100 grams, beef is like 22 grams of protein, bison has 24, there's 160 something calories in bison, where there's 220 odd in beef. So there's actually going to be more calories from the beef than there is the bison. However, probably not as healthy. Yeah, so in total, there's 8 ounces of the beef, there is 4 eggs, and there's 2 cups of spinach. Brian is using frozen spinach, something that I've never seen before. Yeah. So then for his breakfast dessert, he had waffles and blackberries and some syrup. He also showed that he drinks a large shaker full of water, something that is going to be needed, I think, for this whole challenge. So we'll get into it. Yeah, so I finished the waffles and I finished the eggs. The waffles kind of too sweet for me for breakfast. Eggs, beef, perfect, kind of a bit salty. Not too bad, not too hard to get down. I thought it'd be a lot worse. But Brian eats every 2 hours, so we'll see you at his next meal. So it's about an hour after we finished the first meal. Feeling kind of hungry now. Kind of weird, to be honest. Didn't think I would be hungry doing this whole day of eating. Brian Shaw usually eats every 2 hours, but I'm kind of feeling a bit hungry, so I think I'll start on the second meal now. Brian usually for a second meal has a large shaker with 3 scoops of protein and a bowl of grits. I couldn't get the person that went to the supermarket for me to get the bowl of grits. They didn't have them, so I looked it up, and Brian used 3 packs of the Quaker Oats, which worked out around 90 grams of grits. So I just bought 90 grams of grits separately and made them up. So yeah, I'm not looking forward to this meal now, really, because grits is not really my thing, and from the looks of it, Brian didn't put any salt or pepper or any flavour on it, so we'll see what it's like. Anyway, here's meal 2. So this is the large bowl of grits. Doesn't really look that appealing at all. Very bland looking. Probably going to taste very bland. Very, very large bowl of it, as you can see. And the shaker with protein powder in it. So 3 scoops of protein mixed with water. Brian was drinking it out of a large actual blender container. However, I just mixed it up in the shaker to fit in the shaker. I'm not really a fan of protein powder, especially 3 scoops of it, but we'll look and see. So yeah, finished the big bowl of grits. Actually went down a lot easier than what I thought it would. Still very bland, not very nice. Wouldn't be my favourite thing. However, it actually went down a lot easier than what I thought it would. But protein shake. No, there was a couple of times I was thinking, why am I doing this? Should I keep doing this? Like I was saying earlier, he eats every 2 hours. So again, I'll go do something, walk around the room, try do some editing on YouTube or something for this video. But I'll see you again in 2 hours for the next meal. So we are back for meal 3. We had meal 2, finished it around an hour and a half ago. It digested fairly okay, probably due to the grits just being probably a high fibrous food. Yeah, so for meal 3, as you've seen already, we have 10 ounces of beef in place of bison. I put duck fat on it, but because the beef isn't even freshly cooked, the duck fat is after melted down to the bottom. If you can see it, don't think you can. Brian also had a full bag of sweet potato fries, and as well as that, he had Rice Krispie treats. Now, Brian had one long Rice Krispie treat, as you see in the video. We have a smaller here in Ireland, so I put 2 of them together. So we're going to have 2 instead of 1. To me, it doesn't seem like the worst meal so far. It's probably one of the ones I've been looking forward to all day. Let's see how we feel after this. So just before we start the challenge, I had to make sure to get water. The shaker I don't think is enough, so I'm going to try to see if I can finish the rest of this 2-litre bottle. Because this is going to be very salty. Beef, 10 ounces was a lot, considering I had 8 ounces for breakfast and I had 3 scoops of protein for the next meal. Brian does eat a lot of food from the looks of it. Sweet potato fries are actually very nice. They were easy to get down. The beef was just a bit dry for me, even with the duck fat. Duck fat being very, very, very salty. Like it's just liquefies into pure salt from the looks of it. And the Rice Krispie treats, very, very sugary, very, very sweet. Be nice now if I could go work out. Think I might go for a walk. or do something just to burn off the energy, this would have been Brian's pre-workout meal. And I don't know how we would work with such a full stomach, but that's down to Brian. He is 6'8", about 400 pounds. I'm 6 foot with like 200. But I must say he's well able to put down some food. I can't remember what the next meal is. I'll look it up. Yeah, so that's this meal finished. I might go for a walk outside, obviously with 2 meters distance between everyone. So the next meal will be in about 2 hours time, and I'll see you then. So we're on to the next meal. It's been about an hour and a half or 2 hours since the last meal. Usually Brian would have this post-training. However, like I was saying, I can't go training. So this is kind of sitting in my stomach since the last one. He has 14 ounces of beef. He'll have what looks like 3 servings of rice and a large, looks like probably half a tub of large marinara sauce. As well as that, he has a bowl of spinach on the side with vinaigrette. He doesn't really say much other than that, just basically saying it's one of his larger meals. There's a hefty amount of rice, and again, he's after eating so much beef already today. One thing I've realised throughout the day is that Brian eats a large amount of bison, in this case red meat. I don't know how he stomachs it every day. Like, training must be one thing, but eating this amount of food every day for however many months he's eating this amount of food must be crazy. Like, my stomach is already full to the brim and you have to try force this food down. But either way, we're going to have to finish this food because we still have 2 more meals left for today. So let's just get into it. That was probably the tougher one to get down due to the sheer amount of food that was actually there. And the spinach, I thought I was going to go through well, but the last 2 forkfuls of spinach, I thought this is the end of it. I thought I was going to get sick. Again, I don't understand how Brian eats this much food on a daily basis. It's absolutely crazy. It's absolutely crazy how much food you can eat. The next meal now is something I'm not looking forward to. The next meal is going to be salmon. Brian will have some salmon with some sweet potato mash and a side salad again. Nearly towards the end of this day. I was up early today to just make sure that I had enough time to get all these meals in. But it's just all day eating. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Anyway, I'll see you in around 2 hours time and we'll have our second last meal of the day. On to the last meals of the day. Time was kind of going by a bit too quick. I didn't realise it was going to be as dark as soon as it was. So to be able to shoot this and not be in the dark while shooting, I was decided I'm going to eat 2 of the meals together. So we have his second to last meal here, and his final treat or meal, as he was called it, here. So what we have is 14 ounces of salmon. We have 5 ounces of sweet potato. And we have a salad, a mixed salad with vinaigrette on it. He did usually have an apple, but I checked, I didn't have any apples left, and it's too late now to actually go to the supermarket and get an apple. Well, to get someone to go to the supermarket to get an apple for him. As well as that then, his last dessert then, he had 2 pieces of cheesecake. Now they seem very small, so these are small tubs. So I'm going to have 2 of these. And then he also had a shaker with 3 scoops of whey, like he did earlier on this morning. Yeah, so the video he said he had 9,700 calories. I'm estimating with using the beef instead of bison, and some of the other measurements we didn't know what we had. So I think we're right around the 10,000 calorie or just over the 10,000 calorie mark. I feel very, very, very full. I don't think I could do much more. I think even this is going to be a struggle. But I have to say that today kind of opened my eyes as to what actual strongmen, I know I talked to Vitautas about the whole time, but the actual sheer amount of food that strongmen, pro strongmen have to eat to keep on top level, and this is only to make sure that their training keeps going well. It's crazy. It is absolutely crazy. They deserve way more respect, just not even for lifting weights, but actually for eating this sheer amount of food every single day while on prep, or while even longer than just prep, just for putting on size and stuff. So it's crazy. It is absolutely crazy. Anyway, enough talking. Let's just finish this food and get through the challenge. So finally finished everything. 2 cheesecakes, sweet potato with the salmon, and the shaker, and the shaker. Must admit, it actually went down a lot easier than what I thought it was. I thought I was going to struggle with this one. I thought I wasn't never going to finish this one to the fact of sheer amount of food that I've had in the last meal and in this meal and just throughout the day. Yeah, I think I'm going to finish it up for the day, just because the light is actually dying. I think I'm going to wrap it up and just give an overview of the day itself. See you in 2 seconds. Yeah, so we're back. Finally finished a full day of eating. I just want to finish up today with a bit of feedback and some facts about the actual diet itself. Brian Shaw had 9,700 calories. I had around 10,000, give or take, just from the extra bits here and there. The diet itself actually had 422 grams of protein for the whole day, which is an insane amount of protein just by itself. I feel good in the way that like it's 10,000 calories, but it's not like filled with donuts and McDonald's and fast food, all this kind of stuff. It's actually like whole proper food. So I feel full, like very, very full, like very, very, very full. However, I wouldn't feel as bad as I did if I had like another 10,000 calorie challenge. And the disclaimer I gave at the start saying how expensive it was for the day, just for me alone today it was 50 euros just for one day, or in dollars is $52.70, something like that at the time of recording, which is absolutely crazy just for one day. Like if you're doing this 7 days a week, it's 350 euros, $350 a day or a week just to feed one person, which is absolutely crazy. But yeah, I actually enjoyed today. It gave me something to do to fill the day. So like always, if you like the video, leave a like on it. If you have any ideas on another challenge you want me to do, I'll be out of isolation by the time this video is up, I think. So if you have another challenge you want me to do, I can do another one, another food challenge, whatever it may be. Leave that down in the comment section below. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. We're doing very well on the subscribers lately. Nearly at 5,000, which is a big milestone for us. So we hope to reach that as soon as we can. But like always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Peace.